Hello everyone, it's Yoshi56 here, and today I'm going to show you how you can make this semi-automatic crop farm. This farm works with a flush system, so if I flick this lever right here, the water's going to come down and it will get all the crops and they will end up in the hopper, and eventually they will also end up in this chest. The really nice thing about this farm is that it's really easy to make, really cheap, and it's also expandable, which I will let you know in the tutorial after this. As you can see right here, the redstone is really simple. Just a few repeaters and a bit of redstone and a few pistons. There are a few options. You don't have to use sticky pistons, for instance. You don't have to use hoppers. Well, at least not this much. So yeah, I will show you all those options in the tutorial. So let's move on with that. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is that water flows 8 blocks and then it stops. So that means that we can make these lanes 7 blocks long. So let's just start with the base plate like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we gotta go up a layer. So the dirt is gonna be right here. And let's just keep this nice and simple. Let's just make one of these rows. Let's not use 2 like in the beginning. So there you go. That's where our collection bit is going to go. So 7 blocks of dirt. Then you got to go up a layer because the water's going to go down here and it's going to flow 8 blocks. So it's going to stop here and it's going to end up in the hoppers. So for now on, let's use hoppers. I'll show you the alternative for the hoppers in a bit. So just aim at this block and then just place a line of hoppers like that. Okay, then we're going to make another 7 blocks. You don't have to do this. If you just want only this bit, that's fine too. You can also, like I said, you can expand this. You can make this as wide as you want. Alright, once you're done, it should look something like this. Now what we're gonna do, alright, so on the last bit here, we're gonna make the water flush bit. So 7 blocks, like I said, and then we're gonna take the last bit out. We're going to replace that. You could keep it dirt if you want. And in front of that, we're going to replace this. Dig 2 blocks down and then place pistons or sticky pistons. It doesn't really matter because pistons work as well, but you can place a block of your choice if you use regular pistons. So I like to use glass for this. If you use regular pistons, you have to have them 1 block higher than what I'm doing right here. So for sticky pistons, 1 block lower, because this block will go up. Okay, do not place the water in yet, because we'll do that once these blocks are up. That will make it a little bit easier. Now the next bit is water. And what I would recommend you to do is put the water at the sides. So what you need to know is that water hydrates dirt from a source 4 blocks in each direction. So that means right here I have to place a source right below there and right below there. So it's all hydrated. So how I would do that, just go underneath here, put water, and then just block it off. And you can obviously just fill this in if you would prefer that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Water and the block, and just fill that all in. Just cover it up nice. Okay, same thing here. Place the source right here. Then 4 blocks out. So here. And that should do it. So now let's hoe the whole bit out. And this is a good test. Just make sure, watch, and make sure that it all is hydrated once it's done. So let's just wait a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, that's all hydrated, so we're all good. Now let's finish up the collection bit here. So this line of hoppers goes right here, so let's just make a chest right there. You can just obviously just put this wherever you want. So let's actually make it here. So let's put the chest here. And make that hopper go in there. So there. Cover that all back up. Nice and easy. And one way to test this, just throw a little item in at the back and make sure that ends up in the chest. That's how I always do it. Alright, now for the redstone. It's really easy. Just put your lever where you want it to be. Just take that output, run it all across to the back of your farm. As you can see right here. Made a little room here. Just take this and let it run into the pistons right there. Then you see the single strength is not enough, so we'll just put a little repeater here to extend that signal, and as you can see, the pistons extend right there. So then it's time to cover it all back up, and if you do it all correct, it shouldn't be causing any problems. The pistons should still extend. So now the next bit, turn it all back off, then you can put the water in. You can cover this off obviously, but that is up to you. Now the last bit is just to put the seeds in and give it a little test. Alright, once your seeds have grown, it's time for the great moment. Let's give it a go. And as you can see, all of the items except for this bit, stinking piece of wheat, end up in the hoppers right here. And they should also end up in the chest, as you can see, which is good. So just check that, make sure everything ends up in there. And yeah, as you can see, sometimes because of the water, the items go on the sides here. So what you can do is just put more planks here to make sure that they don't go over to the sides. It's a bit weird with the water, so yeah, that can happen. Alright, if you don't have that much hoppers, what you can do here is just replace this for a water stream and just use 1 or 2 hoppers. So what you can do then is put a little water stream right here. Then I have like a hopper here. And then you can have that go into a chest. And you'll have to put a sign right there as well to stop the water from flowing. Just put that right there. And this should go all in there. So just throw an item here. And you can see that ends up right in there. So that's an alternative if you don't want to use too much hoppers here. And obviously the same goes for the sticky pistons right here. I've showed how that works earlier in the video, how you can use normal pistons. And obviously, like I've shown, you can extend this more this way as long as you'd like, but you'll have to extend the redstone, extend the pistons as well. And you can obviously also make another lane next to it. You just have to repeat the row redstone as well. And you can just make a little link line here with the redstone so it also powers this other set of piston there as well. It should be fairly easy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try my best to help you Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found it helpful. Please leave a like if you did, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.